It's my feel-good breakfast show.
But listen, okay, so Heritage Day may have been yesterday, it might be over, but we are still in Heritage Month, and that's far from over. In fact, in our Expresso kitchen, we're celebrating all things beautifully South African. In fact, Ewan and Chef Moira are standing by to make one of my favorites. It's stampa dinawa, namaya khomo. Some people call it samp and beans, others call it stump and stewart, Umqusho. I just know it's lekker, man.
Well, we're gearing up for yet another delicious recipe right here in the Expresso kitchen. Now, this morning on the menu, we have samp and beans. Samp and boinkies, Umqusho. But you know what? It really takes me back to my childhood. Really delicious. But if I remember correctly, it always took so long. And we waited for hours for that samp to get ready. But we've got a bit of a treat for you this morning with Chef Moira. Moira, lovely to have you once again in the kitchen.
Thank you.
Yeah, once again, one of those traditional dishes. Samp and beans, eh?
Yes, I actually grew up with it when I was young. We used to have it a lot. We had a helper at home who used to cook it. And it took forever, but we used to have this lovely smell of samp and beans coming through.
Yes.
But we always had to wait for it. So I'm hoping that the viewers will enjoy this recipe.
Let me tell you, as a youngster and being very hungry, the waiting, it did not go down well, all right? So you want to start feasting all other things, and by the time dinner comes or lunch comes, then you're not hungry anymore. So.
And I think samp and beans has also, the different cultures have eaten it just as a main meal, or you've eaten it as a side dish.
Yes.
And I always remember only having butter and salt and pepper with it. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to show people something different.
Once again, your twist getting into it. All right, so let's start making it.
All right, so this crazy chef next to me.
All right.
What we did first was we browned our meat in a little bit of oil.
Okay.
All right, so that's browned on the side. And
Yes.
now we've put the onions in.
Right.
We're adding in some celery. Because this is a potjie. Now, this can be done on the fire, outdoors, or you could do it on the stove as we're doing it.
Well, I will definitely offer making a potjie over a weekend.
Correct.
But not one of those potjies that won't take you 6 hours, I'm
That's
sure.
it.
Yeah.
So it's quite a rustic dish. It's got a lot of chunky veg in it. And what we're going to do is add a little bit of spice just to balance out all the flavors. We've got some mild curry powder.
All right.
We've got some garam masala. We've got some curry leaf, some bay leaf, and some garlic.
Of course, some garlic. Garlic has to be in there, right?
There we go.
There we go. Let's get these
So we're going
guys mixed well
to
together.
let the spices just fry a little bit. You can see there's not much liquid in there, but that's
Yeah.
great because all the aromas are coming off, all the essential oils are coming off from the spices.
Sure.
And it smells
you can smell
lovely.
that, eh? Woo.
And so then what we're going to do is we're going to add in some tomato paste, the KOO tomato paste. This will add colour, and you can add the whole tube in.
All right.
All right.
The whole tube. Perfect. Well, look at that nice little mixture we have got going there.
So now, it's not burning on the bottom.
Yeah.
Once we add the liquid, you'll see it all,
It's gonna come off, yeah.
So we're adding in some chopped tomatoes.
There we go, and you can see just with a light little
And I don't
rub
do tomato and onion because we've got the onions, and then I prefer to braise those onions because you get a much better flavour coming through.
Yes. Oh, I can already tell this is such a rich mixture.
So now that's coming up to the boil. Now we're going to add our meat back in. You see, you can use any
Yes.
type of meat. This dish we're using a beef.
All right. So you can go for the chicken option.
You can go
as
for
well,
chicken or chicken on the bone.
Okay.
Drumsticks work really well with it, or thighs.
Nice.
It depends on what you prefer at home. While that's coming to the heat, we're going to actually add in the vegetables. We're using some baby carrots for some extra crunch and some texture.
All right.
And then we're using these little pickled onions.
Nice.
And I think they're very underused. People think you can only use them in salads and as cocktail skewers with cheese. But these little cocktail onions can be used in the dish. It just adds a lovely sweetness to it when you bite into it. It's like using those pickling onions that you put into potjie.
So it's not going to basically dissolve in there. It's going to stay nice.
It's going to stay nice and whole and give it crunch. And when you bite into it, you're going to taste the sweetness of all those little onions.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Something different.
It is something different. And again, you can see it's creating texture and it's creating crunch, and it's making it interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to add in some beef stock.
Oh, but it is smelling absolutely amazing. SMS the keyword KOO to 33728, and we'll send you the recipe, the shopping list, and a link to the recipe so that you can make this beautiful samp and beans dish yourself. Once again, proudly South African dish with a Moira twist. Okay.
What you'll notice, Ewan, is that we haven't added the samp and beans in yet.
Yes, I was wondering where that is.
We don't want to overcook it. It's already been cooked for you.
Oh, there we go, of course, yes.
So as it comes to the boil, we're going to add in the lentils. Lentils give it nice protein and nutrition, and then the samp and beans will give it that lovely, bring the whole dish together, and body, of course.
All right, well, I'm sure we can start with that already. So
Correct.
So we have our samp. This is the samp and beans, eh?
Yeah, this is the samp and beans. There's all three different flavors. This is the one in curry sauce, and that's why we added in less spices.
Yes, I see.
It's really got lovely flavors in. You can see the sugar beans and the samp has been cooked very nicely in this gravy.
Look at that, it's really
It's
beautiful.
starting to take shape, isn't it?
Yeah, looking beautiful.
And then we're going to add in these lentils. And again, lentils, you don't have to waste time cooking them. You can just open up the can.
That's it. So
and
basically, I mean, this is a dish that would normally, if you made everything from scratch, I mean, take you quite a while, but now it can be enjoyed as a
within
weekday
an hour,
meal.
correct, yeah. And I mean, mom can get home, she can put it on, and she can let it simmer. And once kids are bathed, there she's got a wonderful meal.
I like it.
And and then on the weekend, while the rugby's going, you can put in a potjie, and you've got a lovely meal. And people love the flavors coming through.
That's it.
I'm going to add in some, because it's nice and potjie, it's rustic, we're going to add in some baby sweet corn. And, and we add them in whole because they cook quite quickly.
Yeah, and they become nice and soft as well, but still a bit of a crunch.
Correct. And then just to balance out the tartness of the tomatoes and the spices, I'm going to add in some chutney.
All right.
And if you want it hotter, you can use any variant of chutney. I'm just using the original.
All right. Well, there we go.
And we're almost done.
We're almost done.
I'm going to add in I like to add in a bit of rosemary with the coriander because I find that the rosemary just works so well with this particular dish, bringing out the flavours of the lentils and the samp and beans, and bringing back something homely to the person eating them.
Yeah.
And then obviously you would check at this point for salt. I like to add just a little bit of seasoning.
Always just a pinch.
Just pinch, and people can always add in later on, and then just some lovely coarse black pepper.
So is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it. You're just going to let it come to the boil, and we're going to simmer for about 20 minutes. So the sauce thickens quite nicely, and then we're going to serve it.
All right. Well, while this guy gets up to the boil, remember that keyword for our samp and beans dish this morning is KOO. SMS that to 33728, and you'll also automatically be entered into the draw to win yourself an AMC gourmet pan worth 2,400 Rand. It is a brilliant, brilliant prize. But if you want to see once more how we made this beautiful, proudly South African dish, here's your chance.
Brown the beef, then set aside. Saute onion and celery. Then add garlic, curry powder, masala powder, curry leaves and bay leaves. Add KOO tomato paste, tomatoes and browned beef and cook for 10 minutes. Add KOO cocktail onions, baby corn, baby carrots, herbs and stock. Simmer for 15 minutes. Add KOO lentils, KOO samp and beans, chutney and seasoning. Simmer until meat is tender. For the full recipe, visit the Expresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to www.expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword KOO to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50. No free SMSs. T's and C's apply.
Oh, and look at that. That keyword once again, KOO to 33728. SMS that will send you everything you need to know to make this delicious, uniquely South African dish, and you'll automatically be entered into the draw to win yourself an AMC gourmet pan worth 2,400 Rand. Amazing, amazing prize. But look at that. Mouth-watering indeed. So how would you serve it?
Well, you can either eat it like that, because it's a whole dish in one, or I'd serve it over rice or a lovely stave of pap, or
that's it.
Also mashed potato.
Also mashed potato. But I'll opt for just like that or met 'n lekker mieliepap. There we go.
Stunning.
Samp and beans, Samp and Boink is Umqusho right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. That keyword KOO to 33728, and you'll automatically be entered into that draw to win yourself an AMC gourmet pan worth 2,400 Rand.
Only the best cooks serve KOO because they know it's carefully grown and made with meticulous attention. So when you serve KOO, you can trust you're serving only the best.